Pleasure to have Winter High School head football coach Dan Aaker with us. Coach, you got off to a nice start with a big win over Mobridge Pollock last week. Your team showed nice balance in the run and had a couple touchdown passes to go along with it. Tell us your thoughts on having multiple weapons for this season.
Yeah, I think that we're going to have a good balance. That was one of our goals. Each year we set out, four or five big goals, and one of them this year was having more balance on offense, because we just need that, and puts so much strain on defenses if you have options of different things you can do, and I think we're working on that. Drew's got a really good head on his shoulders, and one thing that I think he has is he reads defense as well, and sometimes it feels like he almost sees the play before it happens, and that's nice to have. And then we got some skill guys that can run. Isaac made a nice catch. I think Chase and Luttrell, both good receivers out there too. So, part of it is play calling. I got to have confidence in it to do it, and we showed some good things there. So to keep defenses on their toes is a big thing, and it's nice to have the athletes that can make the plays when you want to. And we're going to have to continue doing that throughout the season to be really effective, I think, offensively.
I think you had 8 guys with over 20 yards rushing as well, so kind of nice to have some balance in the run game too.
And tough for teams to key on anybody. Like I told them, I think right before the game, I said, and when I look at the stats afterward, I always like to see, it's a perfect game for me would be all 3 of our backs that play the most or equal carries, and to spread the wealth, and because they're all capable. So that's kind of the goal for the year.
I was especially impressed with the play of your offensive line. And you're going to have that group essentially for 2 consecutive years. That's a pretty good feeling, correct?
Yeah, and they're still young and learning, but a couple of them played a lot last year and picked it up. What we're doing this year, like they hadn't really missed a beat, and we're good. We'll get better and better there. But that is nice. You can go from tight end to tight end, all juniors, and when we bring Luttrell and a wide receiver, even our top 2 or 3 coming in are either juniors or sophomores. So there's a learning process there, but the physical part of it they've already got. They're a strong group, and they'll just get stronger. And it's nice to see them picking things up so fast. And I think even kind of the relationship they have, that's a unit there, and the tighter the unit you have, just like a team, but it's kind of its own little unit amongst themselves, and they get along well, and so that really kind of helps with the flow and line calls and trust and all that stuff. So. We look for big things there, and we just talked about our skill guys. And it doesn't matter what kind of skill guys you have, you can't have guys up front doing their job, and I like what we have, and it's a good problem to have that they'll be back next year. Yeah.
I know you have a veteran staff of assistant coaches. Can you introduce us to those guys that are on your staff for this season?
Yeah, and that's similar to what we just talked about. When you have a staff that's kind of been around, we're on our, I think, this is our 4th year where all of us have been together. Maybe it's our 5th, but when you don't have changeover and you be on the same page, it just makes things easier, especially from my end. They know what they expect out of them, and they're a good crew. Trent Olson's been with me the longest. He's been here since I got here. Runs our defense and offensive line coach. Matt Chambers works with our linebackers and kind of tight ends. Larry Aaker works with offensive and defensive lines, and then we have Sam Molson and Kevin Keyser and Glenn Carlson all help out and kind of volunteer their time. So it's nice to have about the right number of coaches when you're really breaking down and you need somebody to work with your freshmen and get to specific positions. But probably more importantly, just the trust in ourselves, I think, and knowing what we expect. We don't have to talk about this. I'm not saying this is what I want. We all kind of know what we want. We have open dialogue. They can bring anything to me. I may not agree with it and go with it, but they know that they can bring something to me, and a lot of times they do, and that I hadn't thought about. As a head coach, you just can't think of everything. So it's nice to have that staff that's trusting and knowledgeable and pretty close too. So very good staff.
Another new team this week, Coach, as you host the Cheyenne-Eagle Butte Braves. What can we expect to see from the Braves on both sides of the ball?
They're very well coached. They're doing a lot of nice things. We actually watched a few of the games from last year and looked at their Benton County game, and they're very organized. This year they're running, looks like mostly out of the pistol, and some basic fundamental plays with some trap and counter, and they'll run some jet out of that and some option. and throw the ball a little bit. One thing I was impressed with them, and traditionally a very good basketball team. And you look at their basketball roster, and most of them are playing football, so that's good that they have their athletes out and their skill guys are a concern. We can't take their skill guys for granted, and we definitely got to get to the ball and respect some of their athleticism they have. On defense, looks like a pretty standard 4-4, big up front, and so line of scrimmage is going to be a big part of what we need to do. Yeah, I think their team is going to get better throughout the year. And last year, they had a really good year in return some of those guys. So I was impressed with kind of how their coach had them going in that for week 1.
Okay, last question, Coach. It's been a very warm week here with a couple triple-digit days. What are some of the precautions you guys take as coaches to prevent injuries and heat fatigue-related issues?
Yeah, this is probably one of the hottest weeks. We kind of dodged the bullet. I think Monday, Tuesday, we had some cloud cover and a little rain. It didn't get up as high as it was supposed to. But, the big thing is hydration, and that's at any time of the year. We really stress them off the field, and it's 24 hours a day type thing. But during practice, we have water break every 10 minutes. That's just how we do our schedule. We do 10-minute segments because we don't want to go too long on certain things. And then, we just monitor the kids and tell them to be honest with us. If they're feeling lightheaded or whatever, they need to sit down. We backed off a little bit Wednesday, but not a lot. We still need to have that intensity. But, I think them preparing their body beforehand is a big thing, and hydration is a big part of it. And then we just monitor as much as we can. We don't go as far as checking their weights and stuff like that before and after practice. But I think that the knowledgeable coaches that we have, we keep a pretty good eye on them. And then the players got to be honest with us too. If they're feeling a little lightheaded or dizzy or whatever, we get them out. And hopefully, it's a big concern, especially when you have humidity. Well, humidity wasn't terrible, but when you get humidity and heat, it's definitely a big concern.
Only in South Dakota can you have heat timeouts one week and jackets on the sideline the next week.
Right, exactly. Well, on 2 days, we actually had a couple mornings where we were all in jackets. So then now we're sitting here with 100 and some degree weather. But you're right, only in South Dakota.
Appreciate your time. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Bob.